Charlie.
Charlie
Kirk.
If you knew him, you love him.
America, pay attention to what we've witnessed this week. Celebrities crying out their freedom of speech is under attack. And just days earlier, Charlie Kirk was executed before the world, shot down by a coward's bullet. Charlie was an innocent man. And he bled out before our eyes, in front of everyone. And the same voices who now scream for free speech, they were silent. Worse, they mocked. They laughed. They even celebrated his death. Free speech wasn't under attack when Charlie Kirk got gunned down. But now suddenly it's under attack because Jimmy Kimmel lost his show. Think about that. The same people who were silent, or even cheering over an assassination, are now crying out because a comedian lost his job. Let me be clear. Freedom of speech is not freedom from social consequence. That's the marketplace of ideas. Debate, pushback, criticism, we accept that. But freedom of speech must never, ever carry the consequence of death. If you can be executed for your words, then speech is not free at all. It's conditional, it's speech at gunpoint, and that's not America. The people who say they stand for tolerance and compassion are now openly mocking a widow. They're mocking Erica Kirk and their children. There's even been viral instances where people are calling for Erica Kirk to be killed and his children. Now that is pure evil. And if you think celebrating murder is a virtue, you've lost your moral compass. They couldn't debate Charlie when he was alive. They couldn't. So they celebrate this assassin's bullet, a coward who couldn't handle words. That's not justice. Again, it's cowardice. Plain and simple. Anybody can see that. And even in Congress, we see this hypocrisy. Congressman Benny Thompson condemned the murder, but in the same breath, he smeared Charlie Kirk's words as divisive and dangerous, making it clear that he would not honor Charlie even in death. Think about that. A man was assassinated. His family is still grieving. The nation is mourning this death. And our so-called leaders cannot resist attacking his character, a dead man's character. That's not compassion or unity, and that is also how political violence gets normalized. These people are not fit to hold the office that they've been elected to. And it's up to us, on the right, to build platforms and spaces where people can speak without being killed. We must refuse to be intimidated into silence. Now, this should terrify every American, because if murder becomes an acceptable consequence of speech, not a single person is safe. Not liberals, conservatives, Democrats, Republicans, independents, not you. If somebody can be executed for their words, then speech is a hostage to violence. And that is the end of liberty. That will mark the end of our country. But Charlie's life was never about violence. His mission was bigger than one debate, one argument, or even one moment, one clip that you've seen go around on TikTok, Facebook. It doesn't matter. And while they tried to end his mission, turning point, everything that he stands for with one bullet, what they've really done is made it stronger. They've amplified his message so far and wide, everyone is hearing Charlie now more in his death than when he was alive. So rest in peace, Charlie. You've got it from here.
We're active in about 15 campuses, and we're growing very, very quickly. And keep in mind, this is not just a flash in the pan movement. We're going to become an institution to give them the power and the confidence to stand up and let their voice be heard.
I started this organization when I was 18 years old. I decided not to go to college. I didn't get in my dream school, which was the United States Military Academy at West Point. I have this idea to galvanize and motivate the future youth of this country around a core set of ideas, not just political parties or politicians. And the ideas are really America's the greatest country in the history of the world. The Constitution is the greatest political document ever written, and free enterprise is the most assured way to lift people out of poverty and create prosperity for all. Those are the three big ideas. And I think that's something that can win. We as Christians are called to go into the public arena to correct error with truth. So I go to college campuses and there's a lot of error. We're all sinners. We all live in error. I'm far more interested in what God wants of me than what I want from God.
I have to say this without getting emotional, but I'm very proud of my husband. And I know many of you are too. You have worked so hard. And I know a lot of you have seen, obviously, his videos on TikTok and all the stuff he does on campus, but no one gets to see him from my angle except for myself and our children. And the sacrifices that he made this year, he's amazing. I'm very blessed.
And I would not have been able to do any of it without Erica. And that's the real truth. I'll tell you what.
You are here as a grassroots response to the top-down revolution happening in this country. I want our Turning Point USA students to receive a round of applause. These are the freedom fighters of America.
The media said that Turning Point could never run a ground game. They weren't experienced. They didn't know Charlie, right?
This is the greatest generational realignment since Woodstock. This generation is the most conservative generation that we have seen in well over 50 years, and the numbers show it. What young people especially are screaming at is they say, give me a structure that I can live my life by. And especially with young men, more challenging of them, more saying, you know what, honestly, I'm not gonna talk down to you. Stop being a boy and become a man. You wanna learn what that means? Come to church and I'll tell you what it means to become a man. Because we have the greatest story ever told. What can I do to save the country? You answer that question every single day, because you are doing the work to save this beautiful republic. You are doing something that is bigger than you.
If everything completely goes away, how do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. Most important thing is my faith in my life.